just how hard the pandemic has been on pregnant women and new moms. The stress, the anxiety, adding to the risks for giving birth as the number of babies born early is on the rise. But now new technology is promising hope on the horizon for moms-to-be.
Red, yellow.
Lily Becker was born 8 weeks early, spending nearly a month in the NICU. Her mom and dad driving 3 hours every day just to see her, not able to spend the night because of COVID precautions.
I just felt like every time I turned around, if it wasn't COVID, then it was her prematurity, and the two together, just impossible. I just felt like the unluckiest person in the world.
The Beckers aren't alone. In 2021, more babies were born early before 37 weeks of pregnancy, 1 in every 10 infants. That's up 4% from the year before. And while that may not sound like a lot, doctors say it's significant and COVID could be to blame.
The increased symptoms of anxiety, depression, and stress.
Becker was part of a unique study of more than 400 pregnant women and new moms. And what researchers found surprised them. The levels of stress and anxiety off the charts, both of which can add to the risks for pregnant women, including, for some, the potential for early delivery.
Those stressful experiences are going to increase those rates that we see in preterm deliveries.
It became clear that what we needed to be looking at wasn't just the link with infection, but really what was the experience of pregnant people during the pandemic.
Laura Jalif-Pulowski is a lead researcher on that study and noticed something many of these women had in common. They felt in the dark without the information they needed.
You know, there's women with very high levels of anxiety and depression who don't know that they have kind of a clinical level of these things. We need these tools to start having these conversations.
And that's why Jalif-Pulowski is now turning to new technology to bridge those gaps. She's creating an app called Hello Egg. After answering a series of questions, the app describes personalized risk for preterm birth. It highlights the factors driving that risk, and it makes recommendations to address them.
And there are devices that feed information into that app that women who subscribe to the service can get that can help them, identify things like hypertension.
Better info may mean better care. And for the Beckers, that's been priority number 1. With Lily now 2 years old and mom Ashley with a clearer understanding and a message to parents like herself.
I would just say to be brave when you're advocating for your child. You're put in a situation where it's really hard to be the advocate, because you're I'm going against doctors and people who know about this kind of thing, supposedly. But you have to also do what's right for yourself or what you think is the best thing for your baby.
Thanks to the Beckers for speaking with us. And just this week, by the way, you can get on a waiting list for the Hello Egg app. It'll be available to everyone free of charge in January.